Hey everyone, Antwon Tech here, the internet's busiest fashion nerd. I wanted to make this video which covers a couple of tech brands outside of the most well-known Acronym, Y3, Gorilla Group, etc, etc. So if you've just gotten into techwear or you're looking to expand a tech wardrobe and maybe you need some ideas, then hopefully this video will be useful. I wanted to pick out a few brands which are kind of tech ninja looking in general without going too overboard, as opposed to non-tech brands which have the occasional techwear looking piece. I'm hoping this kind of approach will give you guys some new brands to keep an eye on, as opposed to just one or two individual pieces. So I'm hoping that this will be a lot more useful than just kind of picking out a few individual bits. Anyway, let's do this. First up is 4Dimension. Like Gorilla Group, this is a Taiwanese brand. They've got a couple of cool clothing options with all the waterproofing, zips, pockets, etc, which you might expect, but their best things are their accessories. The W3, for example, is a great Acronym 3A alternative, although a little bit smaller, at a mere $195 compared to the $800 or so for the 3A. The strap is this super cool articulated looking thing, which also detaches so you can clip it on to their CC1 Cobra belt. The mole webbing on the front also allows for a little bit of additional storage, for example the 4Dimension PH, or of course there's a whole load of different military surplus mole strap compatible type things, as well as Acronym equivalents, etc, etc. I think it's a great little ecosystem which gives you a bunch of functionality and different options depending on how much you want to take with you, the way that you want to carry stuff, etc, etc. And everything looks pretty cool as well, which is always a bonus. The only problem with 4Dimension is, like Acronym, their stock is pretty limited. I did just have a look on their site and most things unfortunately are sold out, so do keep an eye on that site in case of any restocks, or of course the various second-hand groups, Grailed, all that sort of thing if you want to pick up some of this stuff. But yeah, definitely a brand to keep an eye out for. This is probably one of the most well-known brands on this little list. Enfin Leve? From what I understand, Enfin Leve until recently made very kind of fear of God inspired type stuff, and that's still evident in some of the things in their current collection. However, they've also got some really great tech options in the form of jackets, cargos, and even some cool mid-layer stuff as well. Although it's less expensive than Acronym, Enfin Leve is not exactly cheap. Expect to pay around $550, £500 for a jacket, and up to $200 or £180 for a pair of cargos. However, their stuff is feature rich and it's made to order, which means that you can customize things like inseam length, the fit of the trousers, drawstring color, even the materials that things are made of themselves. This means using your measurements and specifications, you can get something exactly what you want and something that's going to fit you really well. If you're looking for something that's 100% unique, or you're just struggling to find something that's exactly what you want or made out of the exact materials that you want, then I definitely suggest giving these guys a go. Top pieces for me are the Sesteo cargo pants, UART adjustable cargo pants, which have this kind of inseam detailing so you can pull the whole thing up and kind of attach it like a cropped kind of length, which is pretty sweet. And the Urea asymmetrical shell jacket. All of these perfectly fit that classic blacked out tech ninja look. If you're in favour of being a little bit more understated, then perhaps check out Black Rabbit. A lot of their stuff is a little bit more low-key kind of thing. They have a few different cargo pant options, but they're generally quite a relaxed looking fit. They don't really have a really aggressive taper or loads of zips and drawstring bits and all that kind of thing. The same goes with the jackets really. They've got some nice cuts and stuff, but nothing that's too crazy or over the top. They don't use any branded materials like Gore-Tex, so I wouldn't go for this stuff if you're looking for maximum performance, but I'm sure you'll be fine in the rain, so long as it's not anything too torrential. Some of my favourite pieces are the Devil's Reef Mark III jacket. This is a really nice shape. I like that kind of drawstring stuff around the hood, and it's got a nice little back pocket as well, which is not really something you see too often in outerwear. Also check out the Hokkaido Mark II pants. Again, these are asymmetrical. They have a nice little additional pocket on one side, and they come in this cool spacey colour as well. Maharishi is another relatively well-known name which recently seems to be gaining in popularity. It's a British brand focused on environmentally sound, high quality type stuff. It's also very military influenced as well. So whereas Black Rabbit, for example, was kind of in the middle maybe of military and kind of ninja techwear, Maharishi is a little bit more in the military camp. So expect a lot of neutral tones, bit of camo, a lot of button closed pockets, all that kind of thing. Their collections are fairly sizable, so it's definitely worth having a little look through their stuff. A lot of the outerwear I don't think necessarily fits that tech ninja type look a lot of you guys are going for. I did find this nice pair of cargo pants which are quite cool, but aside from that it is a little bit kind of too military to really go tech ninja type thing. However, definitely check out their mid-layer stuff, because I really like some of these. They've got some crew necks which come in a whole load of different colours. They've got some really nice branding on. I found a t-shirt as well which has this cool oversized pocket, and again some nice Maharishi branding also. I can definitely see these kinds of things working. If it's a little bit too hot for a shell jacket, you just want to keep it a little bit more casual, just chuck one of these crew necks or a t-shirt on the top half, get some cool cargos and stuff on the bottom half, and then boom, you're done. Number 5 is Riot Division, a Ukrainian brand which popped up on Hypebeast a couple of months ago. Their most recent collection has some interesting cuts and colours, so if you're a little bit bored of all black or black and olive type stuff, you're feeling a little bit adventurous, then you could consider some nice blue cargos or a nice red jacket. Don't worry though, of course they do have some decent looking stuff which comes in black. Most notably I think is this kind of shirt, jacket, trench coaty type thing, which has a little shoulder mounted device pocket which is pretty sweet, and also this transformer jacket where you can flip the pockets up and down to change the way that the jacket looks. I'm not really sure of the functionality on this, but I like the way of being able to give this jacket 2 different looks. You can either go for quite a clean look or go very pocket heavy, so I like that idea a lot. I think that's pretty sweet. This stuff should be available on their site, but at the moment the store page seems to go to a direct link. On their Instagram it says to email them if you want to make orders, so that's probably the best thing that I would recommend at the moment. I did find the Transformer jacket on a Ukrainian site, which translates to something like $150, which considering its looks I think is pretty good. It's unlikely to be made of any branded materials like Gore-Tex etc, but at that price for a piece of outerwear you probably can't go too far wrong. So that was pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed taking this little trip through a few different brands. Hopefully you've seen some stuff along the way. Wow, I thought I had a text, but it was just my phone telling me I have low battery. I'll put links to all these various things in the description so you guys can check them out a little bit further, have a little bit more of a look. Let me know in the comments which brand you like the most, or indeed if there are any particular pieces which you think are really cool. Personally, I'm really tempted by those Enfin Leve cargos. I think they're a great looking piece, definitely worth investing in because you can tailor them to exactly how you want them. The 4-dimension stuff I think is really awesome. It's just a shame that it's not in stock on their website. I am keeping an eye on it, so I'll kind of update the description section if it does come back in stock. And of course that Riot Division jacket is potentially a little bit of a sleeper hit. I've not really seen too many out in the wild, so if you pick one of those up at a mere $150, you'll probably be the only person you know that has even seen one, let alone owns one. So if you want to be a little bit jazzy, want to do something that none of the cool kids are doing yet, then that's probably the one to go for. If you enjoyed this video, please do give it a like. Everyone will receive a free fidget spinner straight to your door within 5 minutes of hitting that like button. Guaranteed. Thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Transition. Did you give these tech brands a listen? Did you love it? Did you hate it? What would you rate it? You're the best, you're the best. What should I review next? If you want to see some more cool videos in which I promise to never do an Anthony Fantano impression ever again, then you can hit those links up there. And of course, if you want to subscribe, you want to see some more videos, get a little ding-a-ling notification when they go up, then you can press that little button there. This is Antwon, Techwear brands forever.